Hey you guys, and welcome to GudeN's Quickscope tutorial. So yeah, let's begin. This is the Quickscope tutorial that I actually been talking about. Actually I forgot to do this tutorial, so I just came up with it now, and I thought that, yeah, why not? I can just post it for you guys. So this is the weapon I use when I'm quickscoping. Mostly I do use the MSR too, and sometimes the Barrett, but I'm not really a fan of the Barrett, but I'm actually starting to like it a little bit better now. So, well, anyways, I'm sorry for that. I have forgotten that I should have tactical knife there. So I use the L118A. The perks I'm using on my L118A is Sleight of Hand Pro, Quick Draw Pro, and Marksman Pro. On my L118A I use extended mags, and as profi instance I use kick, which reduces your recoil when you're firing. My secondary is a USP45 with a tactical knife on it. You shouldn't go with like FMGs, akimbo, or anything like that, because it's better to go with a handgun when you're quickscoping, because you can get if you're getting into a situation that you cannot really handle with your sniper, it's a lot better to have a handgun than FMGs or something like that with akimbo, because a simple handgun you can just get up faster than the akimbos. It takes a longer time to get your akimbos up than a handgun with tactical knife. For lethal I'm using Semtex and flash grenade, and yeah, strike package and all these stuff doesn't really matter. It's mostly this part here and this part here, the perks and the weapons. So this is what I use, and this is what I think suits me the best. And I know that the most people that are quickscoping are using these. Maybe not the kick profi NC, but I using that because I feel that suits me best, and yeah. So here we are. Okay, let's start. We start off with the first thing I want to talk about, and that is the 4 markers that you see in front of the sniper rifle. Those 4 markers, we can actually say that it works kind of like a green zone, okay? A green zone for a better chance to hit your enemy. When you are running around quickscoping and you see your enemy and you think that, yeah, I'm gonna kill this guy, okay? You want to kill this guy in a quickscope, okay? Then you want to have him in the green zone between those 4 markers before you take your shot, before you take your scope up and shoot him, okay? Because if you get the guy into between those 4 markers, you will have a bigger chance of hitting your enemy than running around trying to get your scope up and drag scope him. That's just a lot harder for you when you're new to quickscoping, and the first thing you want to learn is the basics. So we start off with the green zone. Remember that. Always at least try get your enemy into the green zone between the 4 markers that indicate your aim without the scoop. Try to get them in there, then fire a shot. The next thing we want to go to is the scope. Now, I've seen a lot of guys that are new to quickscoping. I've seen how they play when they're playing as a quickscoper, and I can just say that most of the guys, I'm not saying all now, but most of them are doing wrong when they start quickscoping. And I can actually admit that I did the same stupid thing when I tried to learn quickscoping. The thing that I did, and most of guys does, is that they run around like this. They see the enemy and they click the scope up and they take the scope up as fast as this. They do it like this, and as soon as you had the scope up like that, they clicked it down. Okay, you can't do that, because of course you can. You can hit your enemy and so on and so on. I know I got a lot of kills by doing like this, but it makes it a lot harder, and it's not really, in my opinion, a real quickscope. A real quickscope is when you run, stop, and you see your enemy through the scope and you kill them like this. That is a quickscope, in my opinion. When you run around and shooting them like this. So the scope part is you want to see through your scope, but you definitely don't want to run and stop and see through your scope like this, because if you're looking through the scope too long, it's a hard scope, and then you can't really call it a quick scope anymore. So I'm gonna repeat it. The green zone between the 4 markers, always try to get your enemies inside there before you take your scoop up and shoot them. It's just an advice. It makes it a lot easier for you. The next thing you want to think of, as I said, don't do it like this. Always try to see through your scope before you shoot your enemies, and try to center your enemies in the scope, not stop and look and try to center them, because you see the enemy, try to get him in between the 4 markers, take your scope up and shoot him. So, and the third and last thing, if I haven't really forgotten anything, is that when you are quickscoping, before you firing your shot, you want to stop, get your scope up and shoot. Always try to stop. Of course there are some situations you can run and try to kill them and you will succeed, but most of the times if you run shooting, the shot will just go in another direction and you will just miss your enemy and probably get killed. So always try to stop, get your scope up and shoot. Okay, I think that is all actually. That is the basics about quickscoping. And if I've actually forgotten anything, feel free to leave a comment and tell me what I've forgotten, because I can't really think clear right now, but that should be all at least. Another thing is that when you're trying to learn quickscoping, it's very good to practice private match with some friends, or practice in free-for-all. Try to avoid team-based games. That's just my opinion. It's a lot harder in the beginning to quickscope in team-based games, but that's just me. Free-for-all is a little bit better because then you can just focus on killing everyone you see. In team-based games, you have to look and see which one is your enemy and which one is your teammate, and so on and so on, and that will just complicate it for you in the beginning. It's better in free-for-all where you just have to kill everything you see, you know. But that's just me. That was what I did in the beginning when I tried to learn quickscope. So, and don't lose heart, guys and girls. Just keep on practicing. This is a class, a playstyle that takes a lot of practice. This is not something that you will learn throughout a day or two, or just after looking at this quickscope tutorial. It takes a lot of practice, and you will get angry and you will get frustrated, and when you get to that point, just take a break from it, an hour or two, and when you feel ready again, go back practice, because you don't want to lose heart, and that will you will just end up hating snipering, and you don't want to end up hate snipering, because snipering is really fun. In my opinion, that is the best playstyle you can play. Assault rifle and those kind of playstyles they are not as fun to play at all, because running around with an assault rifle, that's just my opinion, no offense to you guys that do it, but I just think that it's no challenge running around with an assault rifle. That's just my opinion. I think it's more challenging running around with a sniper rifle. So yeah, just keep on practicing, and when you're practicing, you can actually practice all by yourself too. Going to a private match like I am right now by yourself, and take your time. Like, put up some targets like the window there, for example, and come like from this corner here, stop, get your scope up and shoot like that. You see I shot the window through there. Like, pick up targets. Go easy on you by just go easy on yourself in the beginning. Like that one there. You want to hit that? Okay. Stand in close range first, and then when you feel comfortable, just move back a little bit, like that. You just gotta keep practicing, because it is a hard play style, and running around like this and practicing, putting up some targets will definitely help you. So just keep on practicing, guys, and I really hope this tutorial helped you out a little bit. This was the basics, and I don't think you have to know more, because when you get to the point when you know the basics, when you can play the basics like nothing, then you will just figure the rest out by yourself, like drag scopes and all this kind of stuff. So this was the basic, guys, and I really hope this tutorial helped you out a little bit. And if you like this, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, like if you want, and yeah. So I'll see you in my next clip, guys, and thank you for taking time. Bye.